welcome back to EVE Online. Good to see you again. Glad you guys showed back up. Hope you enjoy what's going on in the content. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you. Make sure to go back and look at our back catalog of shows so you can catch up with what's going on. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Now that all that's been covered, today I believe we're going to be doing some mission mining and perhaps some transport stuff if I can afford the transport ship. However, with the way the market is going and my market sales at the moment, I'm a little poor, but we'll try and rectify that situation as we go along. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the agency. And in the agency you'll find that there are different types of agents. These agents do things. This is security missions, distribution, mining, and research and development. If you want to find somebody, you can use a locator agent. It's kind of like an all-purpose tracking person. But today, our focus is going to be primarily, I think, on mining agents. So let's click on the mining agent and move along. So the agent's location, how far they are away from us, where they're located, the security system of where they're at. So 0.4 security, which is low security. 0.3 low security. Anything that is above 0.5 is okay. So we have one, which we're looking at right here, which is 2 jumps away. Let's set a destination for them. And close this up. Pretty sure I can do that. Undock. I never actually tried to set a destination from the agent screen before. And this over here is just weird. Apparently I can. So let's jump system. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these rookie ships. Yeah, weird things going on. Too many ships. They look like clones, but okay, one jump out. We have another jump to go. Until we get to the station.
Warp drive active.
Reminds me of Nietzsche. So yeah, we're gonna try to do the mission mining briefly here to try and make some increased income, because we need to get our bank back up after we did our recent purchases. And then of course the market's been kind of erratic. And we dock.
Warp drive active.
This particular corporation, which I can never pronounce the name of, the Wycurmi, always reminds me of the Wayland, I believe, corporation from Alien franchise or something.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Maybe it's just me and the way my brain works. I see this, I think of aliens popping out of my stomach. Chest, whatever it was. Chest burster, I guess. Alright, so we're here. We look under agents, and we find that we do in fact have a level 1 mining agent. And then we start a conversation with that agent. They need help. So what do we have to do here? This is asking us to mine some rock. $3,600 units of it, and bring it back to the agent in location of the system we're currently in. So what we're going to do is we're going to, from this we'll gain 30,000 ISK and 35 loyalty points. If we do it within 1 hour and 14 minutes, we'll gain a bonus. I like bonuses. Bonuses are good. So yeah, let's accept this. So we have accepted the mission. Let's undock. Actually, there's a... Yeah, let's undock. Been a while since I've done these mining missions, so if I'm a little clunky, that might be the reason why. Opportunities. Okay, so what I did here is we have opportunities that's here, and this is the dead space mining. We need to go there and we need to warp to location, so I expanded that, I popped it up. So in order to get where I need to go, I just click warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Used to be a little more difficult, but looks like they've kind of taken the edge off of it. So this is a mining mission, which means there may be combat involved. Let me look at my mining. Alright, so... That's an asteroid. Let's approach it. Fire a blast from our afterburner so that we can get some distance. They put up a freelance... it's 6 AU away. So somebody built the structure out here, and that structure is a long, long way away. Boom! And I hit the rock because I wasn't paying attention. Didn't do anything to my ship. Which would be a more interesting game if it did. So let's turn off the afterburner because I should have been paying more attention to what I was doing. And we will engage our mining lasers. Okay, so these are different belts that are in the system. And that is bright. Okay, yeah. So we're looking for asteroid. Looks like this is the only asteroid here, so it'll probably give us all the ore we need. $600 meters away from this. And you might be asking yourself, okay, well, why haven't you done your typical trick where you lock onto your asteroid, you start mining, and then align towards the station to warp out? And the reason is because when I'm done with this, it'll probably give me a little link to warp back to the station. However, a good rule of thumb and good practice would be to find which station it was. But I'm not entirely sure which station it was, because when I left the station, I forgot to bookmark it. And there was a red guy here, and there is a red guy here. So we are going to launch our drones. We now have drones in space. This guy is 40 out. I'm not going to lock him. I have 800 of this particular... Is that what they wanted? I hope that's what they wanted. He is closing on me and yellow box me, which means that he is trying to lock me. He's not within range yet, though. I can't lock him because he's not within 17. But he's coming for me. It's an initiate, which is a lower level ship. I do have 2 Hornets, as you can see. I should be able to deal with him. He's within 12, so fine. You want to play this game? Let's play this game. We select the Serpentis Initiate, and then we choose the engage target. My drones go off and kill him. One target down. Now they'll come back to my ship. Nothing in that wreck. However, I'm pretty sure that might have triggered a larger wave of big baddies coming to eat me. This dust cloud's pretty big. So, yeah, that was drone combat. Basically, you lock on your target, and then engage your drones to go and do what their drones do. If it's a repper drone and you want to rep shields or armor, you can select even a friendly ship, and then you have it go and repair whatever. Or if it's a combat drone, you can have it below the living tar to whoever you pick. Or you can have them defend targets. There's ways to do that too. We should probably do some more in-depth stuff on actually the way the combat drones function. There are stationary sentries. You basically put them in space, and then they have a longer range. And they do some pretty big damage too, usually. Now, one of the problems with having your drones out is that you can forget them. So I'm going to return mine to my drone bay. So as you can see, put them back in. Nobody else has popped up in the system yet, so we're good here. Our current mining 967.2. So we're gonna keep mining this until we have what we need. Yeah, and I am mining the correct stuff.
Asteroid is depleted.
Okay, see, I've got the quantity, 3600, right here, and it gave me the location to dock to, so I just click dock.
Warp drive active.
And that is essentially a mining mission. So I went out, I picked up the ore that they needed for whatever it is that they're trying to do, turn around and then bring it back. They give me the, what was it, 24K plus whatever, and I get a bonus because I did it within 1 hour and 14 minutes. I mean, you don't get to keep the ore, but hey, that's fine. Part of the mission, right? So we have docked. Now, if I recall, we click back on them to open the conversation. And then down here, we can see this is what we had. This is the location, 29 grand, 35 loyalty points, which comes in good if you go shopping at the loyalty store. The bonus reward was an additional 27. So we're talking fairly decent chunk of change for relatively little effort. Let's collect our mission goal stuff. Yum, yum, yum. Give me money. So we got 56K, just like that. Not bad. And now we can request another mission. In this particular mission, they want, looks like another 3,600 of the same type of ore. The rewards are 26, 31 loyalty points, and an additional 25 if done within 1 hour and 4 minutes. Notice it went down by a minute. And our rewards went down a little too, I think. We'll accept this. And we'll undock. Let's close this up first. What do we got here? Oh yes, we have a standing is increased as well. So when you do these missions, you increase your standing by completing missions with mission agents, imagine. And as you increase that, it actually helps your reputation. See, now here I am. If I was smart, I'd set my destination. But want to warp to location?
Warp drive active.
There we go, to our dead space location. Burnt traces. This is going to be a little more difficult, probably have more combat stuff. Possibly. Hard to tell. Click on our mining, click on this, approach, don't want to track it, that was too close, okay, approach, lock. And almost there. Now we're mining that. Wow, that's cool. That's a spatial rift, though. That can't be good, right? Let's go back to our overview. Yeah, see? Not looking where I'm going again. Rookie errors. Rookie errors. Stop. Stop. Just quit bouncing off the rock. Don't mind me. Today's my first day in adventure. I've never flown one before in my life. But you would never know it by how I'm flying it. Now, in accordance with my regular suggestion, I'm going to do what I usually do, which is align out. Huh. It's an Mars station, obviously, which is what it said, I believe. Yeah, Mars commercial station. Ruins. And inside of it is some kind of spatial anomaly. See, this is where trouble pops in, and my mind goes, I wonder what happens if I fly into it. Don't do that. Eve is not a game for squirrels, just so you know. That never stopped me. I often squirrel it. But I'm on task today, trying to get some stuff done. I have curbed the attention deficit. But I wonder what happens if I fly into it. No. Bad. No. Don't look at it. It doesn't exist, therefore I cannot click it. No. Bad. So currently we're alone right here. That's good. Let's check our local, make sure we're not going to get ambushed by a fleet of bad guys. Not that anybody be really interested in my ship today. Once again, I just covered this in the mining section we did before, actually. Because I did a little mining session before I started recording today. So that you wouldn't have to go through the entire process of how to mine. If you don't know how to do that, go back and watch our previous episodes and you can learn. But highlighting the people in local chat, in order to do that, you just click on one of them. You hit the Control and A key, which highlights everybody. Now, if anybody was to come into this system and they weren't here before, they'll be unhighlighted and you can instantly tell who the bad guy is or who the new person is. I assume automatically everybody's bad because I'm paranoid. Well, no, that's not true because, you know, you're only paranoid if people are, yeah, these people are actually out to get me sometimes. Eve is an interesting game. I would say it's probably not the most streamable game. I know people who do stream it. And see, this person popped into the system. And who is that? Let's find out. They have been playing for 4 months and 23 days. Their employment history started them at their Mimnitar, because that's a Mimnitar school. And then they became a member of Pilots from Honor, with a founder of somebody I don't know, but then again I don't know everybody in this game. There's thousands of people. They're part of an alliance which closed, I think. Their war history, they finished 8 different wars. Guess that might be a person to keep on your radar.
The asteroid is depleted.
We have finished our mining, and you notice that it gave us our dock. So we dock again. Nobody popped up to kill us.
Drive active.
We return to the station. But interesting to note some of these people that pop in here. First thing I usually do is I'll take a look at their information, and I look at their employment history versus the amount of time they played to find out exactly if they're new or if they're just like possibly a clone character or a potential gank character. And you can tell that by if they're...
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
They have like 800 days playing, but they're still in a noob corporation. There's a high likelihood that they could be a some kind of spy or something like that. Just keep an eye on them. I wouldn't be full-on paranoid, but that's saying a lot, because I'm a full-on paranoid sometimes. Alright, so we have completed this. We did it within a few minutes, actually. So let's complete the mission. Our standings went up again, and we're now at 132. So you see how using these missions can be quite lucrative if you do them as like a daily routine. And then, of course, you're going to advance eventually to different higher level missions. This is level 1. These are the easiest. I think it goes to level 4. No, it goes to level 4. Yeah, level 4 missions. I don't think there's a level 5. Pretty sure it just goes to 4. I'll get back to you on that one, but I'm pretty sure. Alright, so do we want to request another mission? Why not? So this mission, they want more of the same ore. Oh. Okay. So we get 3,400 discs. And if we do it within 1 hour and 14 minutes, we get... okay, yeah, we can do that. So let's accept this. Close this, and then we'll launch our ship back into the void. This can get kind of monotonous if you're not careful, but you can switch it up. I mean, you can go from like mining missions to security missions, in which case you're doing combat versus player versus environment. Warp to location. Notice that I did bookmark the station. Let's try not to bounce off this asteroid, huh? Don't know that person. I don't think I have to worry about any of this stuff, did I? Ah, That's my big mistake right there. See, I just made an error. Anybody know what that error was? I assumed that I would be fine. And the answer is, that's a terrible assumption to make. It's a bad practice. Don't get into it. Don't do what I just did. Okay, so let's kill our rocket. We will lock it. And we will engage our mining apparatuses. Our pew rock suckers. And we will go back to the general tab. We will align to our exit destination, because never assume you're safe. We will hit the button to stop because we don't want to go outside 10K, or we lose the ability to... What did we just... How'd that happen? Did I bounce off something? Oh, I did bounce off something. Interesting. Wow. Okay, this could be a bit more tricky. Let's go up. And then let's go align. It will do a whippy turny spinny thingy. There we go. Okay, so it should be okay now. Because, yeah. See, that's how you can get hung up on a structure, or you can, like if you're too close to an asteroid belt, where you're too close to a collidable structure, like this one, it will impede your warp out, and the result is they can lock onto you and blow you up, and you die quicker. So you never want to be too close to a structure or too close to a asteroid. Your ship has range, and I think the minimum range is 10K. So you're gonna want to be within that. You can be up to the max of 10K away. So you have plenty of space to play with. Use the space. Make sure that you have all your vectors lined up in the right direction so that you can get out. Doesn't matter if you have a +2 to your warp core stabilizer, which I believe this ship does, and I will make sure that I'm not giving you incorrect information. Description, traits. Interesting. Yeah, +2 to warp core stabilization. Which means it resists the ability to be warp scrambled. It won't matter if you have that or not, because you're going to be bouncing off rocks and they're going to be blowing you away because you can't line out. Don't be that pilot. So what do we got now? We got about half of the ore we need. We got 2,500 now, 2,418. What's this? What's this? This is our updated money, 132,863. Seeing as how we started the game today with 24K, we're doing pretty good. This is a alert telling me somebody said something in... I hate those. Basically, it's the recruit a friend thing, and they use it to suck people into their corporations. You do not need to join a corporation or become friends with people you don't want to become friends with in order to get this. They can just find somebody you know, or somebody who plays, or however you came to be here, and have somebody invite you, and then you can get this bonus. Almost there. It always reminds me of the line from Star Wars. Almost there. They came from behind. Ah! And the answer is we will probably be done in this next cycle, which means it will pop up with things saying we can get out of Dodge. Nobody's popped up as far as NPC hostiles. Good. Nobody's popped up as far as player hostiles. Even better. Because sometimes the NPCs are kind of dumb. Players, not so much. Actually, probably one of the higher IQ player-based games out there.
The asteroid is depleted.
And we dock.
Warp drive active.
I was reading some stuff, as I sometimes do. And it was talking about how Eve is a complex game with a high learning curve. The learning curve is marginally steep, but if you can figure out how to use Photoshop or any of those kind of programs, you'll have no problem figuring out how to play Eve.
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And it's a lot of windows. Once you learn the windows, that helps. I mean, your overview, what's this, what's that. We covered all of this in previous videos. This is the station overview, and these are like your navcom menu bars. This is your inventory, how these windows are different. Like, think of it like a filing system is basically all. We are done, so wait time is a wasting. Let's complete our mission and get our stuff. We gained 63,000 plus 35 loyalty points, and we're almost up to 200k. Do I want to request a mission? Why not? So they want different kind of war. But 40 loyalty points, which means possibility more PvP or PvE action. So let's accept it. We will click the undock button and close this. Then we will bookmark as soon as we leave. I know it's a bit repetitive, and I keep telling you the same thing over and over again, but there's a reason for it. Not because I like to hear myself talk much, but get into the pattern. Got to get into the... It's a system, it's a habit. And when you start to do little things wrong, you can have a whole bunch of little things snowball into a big bad thing, and the next thing you know, you're losing 1.6 billion plus ships. Bad idea. You're like, oh yeah, how did you manage to lose your Phoenix? Well, you know, I forgot to align out. Okay, nobody's on grid. We have two types of ores. Let's approach here. We're in targeting range, so we can lock our targets. We are approaching... Let's approach this one. And, of course, phone goes off. I'm such an amateur. Alright, so click here and click here. Hit stop so we don't overshoot our objectives. Go to general, nobody on grid. Click here, click align. Get ready to hit the stop button. Hit the stop button. We're not sucking. We are sucking off the same asteroid. Well, I feel sheepish. Okay, so let's try this again. One on you. One on you. We have a lot more people who have popped in system. No, it's not so bad when you have a system with like a dozen or so people in it, and you can tell pretty easily who's what and who's been coming and who's been going. Try it with a couple hundred. Can that happen? Yeah, you can have a couple thousand. It's one big, massive online universe filled with thousands of people. So far, we've been pretty lucky and haven't gotten blown up. Zed Still Moon. I'm curious. No, man, you don't look native to me. So, been playing for this particular alliance for 1 month, but has been playing 63 days there, so over 100 days. Started out in the University of Calais. I can never pronounce these names. I think I know that particular group. I'm not particularly worried about this individual just because of this, but that's again an assumption. You know, make an assumption, pay the price. So, our control and click. Oh, wait, that's because I was not doing that right. Selects everybody. Now I'll know who popped in, who popped out. You might be asking yourself, why did I pick two different asteroids? One, the answer is if I take a look here, they might be different volumes. One might be drastically lower than the other. If I put both on the same asteroid, yeah. So you got one was 600, one was 700. So if this was like 30 and I had both lasers on that, it would have burned off most of my... I wasted the cycle, essentially. So if this had 30 and this had 700 and this one runs out, I'm losing less time. It's more productive. So if you can, utilize all of your lasers and all of the assets that are around you. It's a productive, it's just a way to be more productive. Hey Glenn, how you doing? Didn't you die by that dumpster? No, well, wrong Glenn. Okay. Glenn. What was his last name? I'm sure somebody must have watched Walking Dead. Glenn something. Wow. 7 years. Now the reason why I checked the description is because if they have a description or a bio and they customized it, means they played for a while. So I look at the employment history, I look at the number of days, I look at the total amount of time that they've been playing for a particular place. If it's, you can tell who's new, who's not. More dangerous, more advanced, longer time in, but they're probably not in the least bit interested in me because they've got other things going on at this point in their career. However, you never know, because maybe their career is blowing up people in ventures who aren't paying attention because they think they're better than everybody else. I'm not better than everybody else. Just so you know, I'm not better. I am at best an Eve average player. I like mediocrity. Not really, no. I just do my thing. And right now my thing is trying to teach people how to learn the basics of the game so that they can develop themselves into a more productive and interesting character. And that's another thing. If you want to actually look at it in terms of a role-playing game, you can do that too. You can produce an entire history and actually adopt that persona and come into the game playing that persona. Makes it more of an interesting role-playing experience, especially if you find some role-playing corporations or people that also role-play. Adds another layer of depth to this game. Some people were equating it to an onion. I don't know why people do that. It's an onion. Multiple layers, you know. I mean, I understand onions have layers, but there are other things with layers. It's a very complex and nuanced game involving multiple facets, like a gem. Aha, see what I did there? And you pick what you want, you refine and polish whatever edges you need polished in order to achieve your perfect playing experience. Thank you, Eve. I'll now take my gratuity for trying to pitch your game. Yeah, no, they don't pay me. Would be nice. There should be if you've played more than a decade at this game, you should be receiving some kind of marginal kickback, at least in game. I think I have sent links to everybody in my family and immediate circle of friends in order to come play this game. Some have come, some have left. It's been up and down. Not for everybody. And that is for sure. But they're expanding this. I mean, they got the new Havoc and Vanguard stuff they're doing now. And that will start to incorporate elements of why are we having a massive depopulation? A whole bunch of people just left system, which is okay. Just wondering what's going on with that. But with Havoc and Vanguard expansion, they're going to incorporate elements of first-person shooter game, which is kind of interesting. They used to have a FPS game called Dust, and that was interesting. The coolest part of that was you could use your ships in space to call down orbital strikes, which I always thought was pretty cool. Probably the coolest part of the FPS. I'm not a point a gun at it and shoot it kind of person, because anybody who's watched my Fallout videos know I can't hit the broadside of a planet. Yeah, no, not a good tickety-tockety push the button and shoot them kind of person. Had a few dull moments earlier and was watching a thing on cheaters in like Call of Duty. I get...
Is depleted.
Yeah, see that one depleted, so I can start it on this one. They were talking about Call of Duty and how people use cheat programs in their online streamers, and they do these, like, you know, show your task manager to show you're not running cheat hacks or whatever, and people hit the wrong buttons and show that they're running hacks in the game. Auto targeting stuff so that they appear better than they actually are. First off, using any kind of automation like that in this game will get you banned, same as in, I think, just about any other game. And I can't understand that. I mean, that's more, it seems to be more of a narcissistic thing. I gotta be really good, I gotta be the best, I gotta get more popular.
The asteroid is depleted.
Alright, did I get what I needed? I did. So let's clear this and then we'll dock up.
Warp drive active.
I'm more interested in making content which will educate and inform people. The whole point of this to me is to have fun. If you don't have fun, there's no point. So we docked, or will be docking, and we will be making some more ISK. Alright, we're back. We click on this person, we should receive all of these things here. Our reps go up again, and we are now at 270k. So in the last, what, half hour, we've made a pretty good chunk of change. Probably comparable or close to what we can make on the market, although if you have what people want on the market, or you have a large enough system in place where you can do like bulk mining and then turn around and sell it instantly to people with purchase orders, you can probably make as much or more money depending upon, once again, the market, well, how much what the purchase orders are up and whatnot. Not going to get into the market too terribly much because that would probably put people to sleep. I try to teach people the basics of it. We want another mission? We'll do one more. Alright, so we requested a mission. The mission here is to collect... Ooh, can I even do that? Oh no, that's not Mercoxix. That's requiring deep core mining. This is something else. So I should be able to do that. 35. If not, I'm going to end up failing the mission, and that's not good. Sure, let's accept it. We'll close this window. We will undock our ship, and repeat. And then you can hear me rant about something else. Right click, set destination to the station. Warp to location. So we have our station bookmarked, and we're in process of transporting. Now you may ask yourself, why do I keep closing my local window if it's so important that I know what's in local and what may be coming and what may be going? Well, you should always have it open. I'm closing my window because I want you to be able to see more of the screen, and I don't have a huge screen set up, so I'm trying to make it more appealing to you. Nobody's on grid. We take a look here, and we will actually, let's approach this one. We'll lock here and hit the stop button there. We will go back to general. We will align out to our warp out location. So yeah, that's lined out. That's a big rock. Nice rock. We got quite the interesting group of artists over at CCP. So yeah, reminding this. Only reason I know that those are the places we're supposed to mine is because if you take a look here, they're the only ones that are marked asteroid. These are just belts for regular mining. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have any comments, feel free to add them. Keep in mind, I do not know absolutely everything about this game. But then, I can't think of anybody who does. But I'm always willing to help find explanations and answers for things I don't know. So by the time we're done with this, we're going to have probably close to 300 grand plus, which coming from 24, pretty impressive, actually. Especially for what we did. I mean, come on, what did we do? We flew back and forth. We did some mining. We blew up one little red hostile PvE ship. And we got loyalty points as well. Trying to remember where the loyalty points are. I think that's in the character sheet. No, maybe not. I can't remember where that's at. This is where you personalize your skins and emblems and stuff, and you can do your history. This is your history of where you've been, or what you've done rather. Trade skills, character. Where is that? I can't remember where that's at. It's in one of these windows. Next skill I'm working on is mining upgrades 4. It's gonna bug me until I figure out where it's at. Because it's not complicated, it's just... Yes, I haven't remapped my character. No, I don't have jump clones. No, I don't have augmentations. This isn't rocket science, I just can't quite recall how to do it. If you know where your legacy points are located on here, because I seem to have forgotten, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'd appreciate it, and so would the people who are trying to learn how to do it. I know it's not hard to get to, it's just not something I usually go looking for. Nobody hostile has landed on grid. Let's take a random look at the local channel. Nobody in local that appears to be obviously red or flashy, which is good. Close that. So, yeah.
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
And we are done with that asteroid. So, we dock up.
Active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
It's gonna bug me. I'll have to go look it up when I get done. Yeah, I got one of those personalities. Alright, so we're done with that. And then we complete mission. We get our rewards. We're 330 grand. So we gained over 300 grand today just doing these missions. Pretty good. I'm impressed, guys. Good job. Alright, we also increased our reputation and standings with our Lady of Mining Division giving out tasky thingies. That's official terms. You have to know that. It's on the test. And, yeah, we're not going to request another mission because I think for today we're going to be done. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Nice to see you guys around again. Hope you learned something, and remember, no matter where you go, there you are.